And now we can discuss how we can prepare the hydrochloric acid and its various standardization procedures. First of all, we can move to the principal part of the preparation and standardization of the hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid solutions can be prepared up to 38% of hydrochloric acid. If we want to prepare much more higher concentration, we can prepare about 40% of hydrochloric acid. But during the preparation of the higher concentration, the evaporation rate of this hydrochloric acid is very high. Therefore, it is very much risk procedure for the storage and handling. For the storage and handling, we have to take care of, we have to need extra precautions. And in case of laboratory grade hydrochloric acid, it is not sufficiently pure for the usage as a primary standard. Because of the same reason, it will evaporate easily. The standard solution of sodium carbonate is used to determine the exact concentration of hydrochloric acid solution. That is, the standard solution sodium carbonate is used as a primary standard for the standardization of the hydrochloric acid solution. And for the standardization, the neutralization reaction of the sodium carbonate and hydrochloric acid is given in the equation. That is, sodium carbonate, which is the primary standard, will react with the hydrochloric acid to give sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. And in this titration, methyl orange or methyl red is used as the indicator. And the endpoint will be the color change from yellow to peach pink. And next is the method of preparation. The hydrochloric acid can be prepared by taking 85 ml of concentrated hydrochloric acid and produce into 1000 ml by using purified water. Next is the standardization procedure. As we have discussed in the principal part, we can take the primary standard as sodium carbonate. So, we have to take accurately weighed amount of 1.5 gram of anhydrous sodium carbonate, which was previously heated at 270 degrees Celsius for 1 hour, and then dissolve it in 100 ml of distilled water. Add 0.1 ml of methyl red solution as the indicator. After the addition, add the acid slowly from the burette with constant stirring until the solution becomes faintly pink. Once you achieve the faintly pink color on your conical flask, heat the solution to boiling. Cool. At that time, there will be the disappearance of pink color. If the pink color disappears, continue the titration with the acid, that is hydrochloric acid. Then you will get reappearance of pink color. Heat again to boiling and titrate further until you will get a faint pink color, which is no longer affected by continued boiling. And this will be the end point of the titration. And for the calculation, each ml of 1 molar hydrochloric acid is equivalent to 0.05299 gram of sodium carbonate. Next solution is the sodium thiosulfate. So first of all, we have to discuss about its principal part. And in the principle, the sodium thiosulfate standardization is based upon the redox iodometric titration with the potassium iodide. Here the potassium iodide is the primary standard. Since the potassium iodide is a strong oxidizing agent, it is treated with excess potassium iodide in acidic media so that there is a liberation of iodine. And this iodine is back titrated with the sodium thiosulfate. The uniformity of reaction between iodine and sodium thiosulfate is based upon the utilizing the standard solution of iodine in the analysis of sodium thiosulfate. And in the standardization sodium thiosulfate, since we are utilizing the iodine as the solution, the indicator used will be the starch solution. For every titration containing iodine, the indicator will be the starch solution. And the reaction is as follows. We have discussed that for the primary standard potassium iodide is using, and for along with the potassium iodide. So in the reaction, first potassium iodide and potassium iodide is reacted in the presence of an acid, that is sulfuric acid, to produce iodine along with the potassium sulfate and water. This iodine is reacted with the sodium thiosulfate to give sodium iodine and sodium sulfate. Next is the method of preparation. You have to take 25 gram of sodium thiosulfate and 0.2 gram of sodium carbonate in carbon dioxide free distilled water and make up into 1000 ml with distilled water. Here sodium carbonate is added for the stabilization purpose. Next is the standardization of sodium thiosulfate. Take 10 ml of potassium iodide solution, add 2 gram of potassium iodide and 5 ml of sulfuric acid. Keep it in dark for 10 minutes and then add 2 to 3 drops of starch solution, which is used as the indicator. After addition of the indicator, titrate the contents of the conical flask with the sodium thiosulfate, which is present in the burette. And the end point will be the disappearance of the blue color. And the normality can be calculated by the equation N1V1 is equal to N2V2. N2 is the normality of the unknown concentration, unknown sample, that is sodium thiosulfate. So N2 is equal to N1 into V1 divided by V2.